Are you trash?
And an asshole? Welcome to Trash Holes.
The sunflower.
Is that your Miles impression?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, so we are going to talk about Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse and how freaking amazing it was. It was the amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Dude, this movie, oh my god, you guys. I know it's been like, what, few weeks now?
I think it's been like 2 weeks.
Like,
we
everybody
need to go
has
see
seen
it again. I've seen it 3 times, and I want to go see it again.
Oh, really? I've seen it only twice with you and then my sister.
Yeah, we saw it together twice, and then I saw it with another friend. But
I want to see it again.
I want to see it again.
Oh yeah, you did saw it again with Sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I said his name. Shit.
Whatever.
I want pictures of Spider-Man.
It could have used some J. Jonah Jameson. No, I have like no complaints about that movie. Like none.
But wouldn't it be funny if it was a Jimmy John Jameson?
Jimmy John Jameson.
But he looks the same in every universe.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
That's hilarious.
But
no, this movie, I do have one complaint.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
Dude, this movie
Very
is so
mysterious.
good, guys. Like, animation always blows my goddamn mind. It doesn't matter what age I am. I love animated movies.
Dude, okay, so you said that, like, it doesn't matter what age you are. Everyone that I've talked to about this movie where I'm like, it was really good, like, especially over the holidays, like, I saw a lot of family, and they know I see a lot of movies, so they would ask me, oh, what have you seen lately that's good? And I was telling everyone, Spider-Man, go see Spider-Man. And they're all like, oh, that kid's movie? I'm like, okay, I understand that it's PG, so yeah, I guess it is a kid's movie, but if you're limiting yourself by not seeing PG or even G-rated movies, not that many of those exist anymore, then you're missing out on some quality movies. Like, there are lots of good movies out there that are not rated R or PG-13. So I was just kind of like, okay, I get why you have that mentality of this being a kid's movie, but anyone can enjoy this. And that's how I feel about a lot of kids' movies. I mean, it's just like when I go back and watch Disney movies that I used to watch when I was little. And like Aladdin, like I love that movie. But now I watch it as an adult and I get jokes that I didn't used to get, you know, like that kind of thing. So that's why when adults don't like those kind of movies, I'm like, you think it's not made for you, but it is. It's made for everyone. And that's why I like kids' movies.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is going to be really fucking obvious. And corny. Of course other adults are going to enjoy it because it's fucking adults making these cartoons.
Yeah, exactly.
These are, dude, Disney is like, basically owns the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
They know their shit.
Except they didn't make this movie.
Oh, haha! Fuck you, Disney! Then they shut us down. They shut our channel down.
Mickey Mouse just shows up and like bangs down the door.
Talking shit.
Yeah.
That was a terrible.
That's exactly
it. Like, dude, Treasure Planet. It's like Treasure Planet. Fucking blew my mind. Amazing. Then it was fucking like. Caroline. That shit. Coraline.
It always makes me laugh.
I hate it.
I love that you say
Coraline.
I love that you say Caroline though, because that's like what one of the characters in the movie calls her.
Yeah.
Caroline. Actually, I think a couple of them do.
Coraline was amazing, and like I enjoyed That stop motion.
I love stop motion. But yeah, okay. So,
Nightmare Before Christmas, Coco, and then this movie. This movie, dude.
Speaking of like animation, though, is that I liked this a lot because, I mean, you know, like I was saying, kids' movies are great, but I do miss like hand-drawn animation.
Oh my!
Because I feel like a lot of like digital animation is just not really as creative. And it's so easy to make sequels too because you already created the character model. You can make 12 Shrek movies now because Shrek already exists. You don't have to draw him 100 times over again.
I did not. Whoa, you just blew my mind right now.
Yeah. And I know that's why they do it, because it's cheaper, faster, easier. But that was, okay, so I know this isn't a hand-drawn movie, but it was so unique, like the animation style. I've never seen a movie that looked like this before. And, like, when we saw this...
It's not the same shit. It's not the same 3D movie. It's just... It's new, it's different, and it's what you wanted. That's why we like it so much. Mm-hmm. That's why... Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good, guys. But what's good, I loved all the characters in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I loved all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay, I don't know a lot about Miles. Like, I knew about him before this movie. Like, it's kind of hard to not like Spider-Man. And, well, it's hard. What words are getting hard? I'm drinking. Sorry. It's hard to not know things like about the Spider-Man universe and not know about Miles because he's been around for quite a few years now. But I've never read a comic that had Miles in it or anything like that. So I was kind of excited to like get to know this new character.
Like this whole podcast is gonna be I never read this character, but this movie changed my whole opinion, and now
I read Spider-Man Noir.
No. We're not gonna lie to you guys. Like we're so new into like the superhero world. I am.
I grew up watching the cartoons in the 90s. And we watched the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the Andrew Garfield ones, but yeah, like I never really used to read comics until like maybe 5 years ago at the most.
I started reading comics because when you told me that all these movies connect, I'm like, I gotta fucking read some comics, dude. And
they're great.
Like the whole Marvel universe got me into it, so dude.
That's why do not shit on people who have said, oh, I've never read a comic before. Instead of getting angry and, like, going off on them.
Some comics.
Yeah, tell them, oh, well, if you like these movies, then you should read this comic, you know, try this or whatever. And that's what irritates me about the whole, like...
Please be my Aladdin.
Oh my God.
Like, you take me to the carpet of Stan Lee, and like...
You take me to the carpet of Stan Lee? What?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm a little intoxicated right now.
Intoxicated.
Oh, okay, but, no...
Great soundtrack.
Oh, yes!
I don't even listen to that kind of music,
guys,
like, at all.
It's so pretty. We saw it in 3D, and it was really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't felt sick from watching a 3D animated movie.
The first time we saw it was in 2D, and then the second time was in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Because
both good.
Normally, a lot of times, like... I'll decide right from the start. Like, Marvel movies, I'll go see in 3D because we usually go to, like, IMAX. And it's, like, it goes hand in hand. It's IMAX 3D. And, like, we found a really good theater where we go to that, like, oh, my God. It's, I would,
so
if I could marry that theater, I would, okay?
Wow!
Have you ever heard about people who, like, they think that they're, like, married to, like, the Eiffel Tower? Or, like, the guy that's in love with his car.
Yeah,
that's me in that theater, like, that IMAX theater, because it is the tits, okay?
It's the tits of the theater. It's big.
It's big. Big titty.
It's not like, oh, shit, wall like wall to wall. It's like wall to wall, fucking roof to ground. I'm like, whoa, calm down. And when I like go watch that movie, Intoxicated, and watching a fucking Marvel movie on that IMAX 3D, I'm just like,
you feel like you're in the movie.
I'm like, bro.
Let's go see Spider-Man there.
Yeah, let's do
I'd be down for. I would pay $20 to go see that.
Yes,
even
it's so
the
pretty.
4th time, I would pay $20 to go see it.
And do you know what's the best part? You know what's the greatest thing ever? A lot of stuff was going on at the same time in this whole movie. From the colors, from the music, from all these Spider-Mans and Spider-Girls together in like one room. All these bad guys when they're fighting in fucking Aunt May's goddamn.
I thought you were saying fighting and fucking. I got it.
No. Oh no, ew. No.
I was like, this is PG.
They're fighting in her living room, and then like you're not confused. You're not like, oh my god, what's going on? You're like, oh shit, stuff is going down. Like that's why I like this movie so much.
You know what I also love about it? Okay, and since we haven't said anything so far, I'm not gonna say it. I feel like most people probably know by now or have seen it, but whatever. They kept the villains out of the like trailers and like the promotional stuff. Because when I saw it the last time I saw it, my friend, he was like, holy shit, I had no idea this character was in this movie. Because he's like, he was saying how he'd seen, like, he felt like he had seen half the movie already, but
you didn't.
But yeah, but he had no idea about
There's so much shit
and
left.
I was like, that was really refreshing to hear. Yeah, because I feel you see everything in trailers. Marvel's really good about the trailers, though. Like, that's why I get excited when, like, oh, it's the Avengers Endgame trailer. I'm like, I'm excited about it because I know the movie isn't going to be spoiled for me. It's just going to get me, like, hyped for it. And I felt, I mean, it's Spider-Man. I'll watch anything with Spider-Man in it. Also, the movie had the best after credits scene I've ever seen.
And guys, all the different Spider-Mans. Just,
I
love how they're just connected but different. They are.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I liked all of them, but I also liked how they didn't try and like split the screen time like evenly between all of them or anything like that. The movie had such good balance because you had all these different spider people from like the different universes plus like 3 villains, but it didn't feel like Spider-Man 3 where you're like, oh my god, 3 villains, that's way too many. It didn't feel like that at all. It was a perfect balance. Like they finally figured it out. It only took them how many movies, but they did it.
And then like the dialogue with each character during that chaos too.
Yeah.
It's just
my favorite part of that whole movie is when
excuse me, guys.
Okay, so it's Miles, Gwen, and like Peter like from the other dimension when they meet the other spider people and freaking Spider-Man Noir is there and his like cloak is flapping in the breeze and Peter's like, is he in black and white? Where's the wind coming from? We're inside. Like, he just calls him out on all this stuff. And then Spider-Man Noir is like, wherever I go, the wind follows. Like, he's such a comic book character.
Oh my god, I loved that he was like old school too. He was like,
yeah. He used such a weird terms. I was like, what did you just say? Just like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was a little worried that with Spider Ham. I always think it's Spider Pig, but I think it's Spider Ham. anyway, that I was like, okay, he's gonna be like the dumb one. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, stop. But even he, like, he was funny, and he had his moments where he was serious too. Like, he was like a real person, and I was like shocked by that, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, dude, it shocked me when he was like, when Spider-Ham was like, you can't save everyone, Peter. And I'm like, oh, fuck! What the?
No, he said that to Miles, not Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Miles, right. Though. Oh my god. I love him so much. I love
his screams.
Yeah, like him and...
He had funny screams.
Eddie Brock. They should just have a scream off
together. Throughout the whole movie. It was,
It's beautiful.
Miles is so precious.
He's exactly the sweet, precious child I thought he would be. I love him. And I love his parents. Like,
his parents are so cool. Dude, I started crying as soon as that movie started playing. Fucking Nicole over here was ignoring me, letting me drown in my tears.
I only cried once the first time I saw it. And then the second time I saw it, I cried the whole movie. Whole
Me too.
Movie.
Yeah. And then she made fun of me for crying the whole movie.
I always make fun of everyone for crying when I don't.
As soon as, like, just seeing Miles talk his Spanish with his mom, and his mom is like, I don't know, this is so cheesy, but, like, I was just happy to see, dude, fucking Spider-Man talking Spanish and being black. Like, all these fucking little kids, they're gonna grow up with that. I fucking grew up with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Hey, Tobey Maguire is a gift.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. But they're gonna grow up with that.
As a white person, I'm kind of tired of watching movies where everyone's white, because that's not how life is. Like, and I don't know, it's just like she said, like, the kids are gonna grow up with this Spider-Man, with Miles. Like, that's amazing to me, because it's someone that they can relate to, and the fact that, you know, he came from a different background than your typical, like, what Spider-Man has always been portrayed as. I mean, it's a different character, so of course he's going to be different. But it's really refreshing. And that's, like I said, the soundtrack, even though it's, like, not the kind of music I normally listen to, my favorite thing about it, though, is how it's, like, this, like, rap, like, R&B soundtrack. But then they mesh, like, a superhero theme, like instrumental music. They mesh those two things together, and it's amazing, and it works. So I just got chills, like, thinking about it and, like, watching that, and I was like, I've never seen anything like that before.
And I love that this movie presented me characters that I didn't know about or never looked into. It made me fall in love with these characters. I'm like, I love them all. They're so good. This is good. And Miles, he's a baby. He's so... I love that he's so smart, too. I'm like, hell yeah. You get it, boy, but he's like, I just want to be normal. I'm like, oh.
I love Peter from the other dimension, though.
Oh my god. Okay, so
like, I loved him the first time that I saw it, but I was also like, you're not my Peter Parker.
Yeah, she said that. I was like, whoa.
And so I was kind of like, meh. I mean, I liked him. It's hard not to like him, I feel like. But each time I see it, I love him more and more. I just want him to be happy.
Dude, and of course, I shouldn't spoil anything, but of course, I don't know. I shouldn't have spoiled anything.
Don't say it then.
Yeah.
We've kept it spoiler free this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just loved all the Peters.
All the Peters?
Yeah. all the Peters. Avenge me.
There were only 2 Peters.
I'm sad I can't talk about the villains. They were so cool. Dude, they were so cool.
Okay, at this point, obviously you know that we like it. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want it to be spoiled, like, stop listening right here and just go fucking see this movie because it is worth your hard-earned money. And this is the kind of thing that I say, like, you should support this. I know that it's really expensive to go see movies, but, like, go pay money to see this because I want another one. I want more of these. So if you're gonna stop there, that's what I'm gonna end with.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Good. Sorry, I got way too emotional when, like, it was, I don't know, just finally
representation.
I went to fucking, like, we're all equal, man.
It's true, though. Like, I don't know.
It's good. Go watch it. If you're tired, do it. Who cares you're tired? Go watch it. If you're 40 years old, go fucking watch that movie.
That's right.
Do it.
Everyone, go watch it.
Let's get another one.
But anyway, so what did you want to say about the villains? About...
They were so cool. They're so cool. Go watch this, guys.
Okay. We warned them already. So say what you want to say.
Oh, now I can say. I thought we were ending it there.
No, I'm saying that they can stop listening.
Yo. So the first time we went with a crowd.
Yeah, because a lot of times we watch movies when it's just us because we have access to movies when there's no one around. But anyway, this time, we went, like, with a whole group of people. And, like, there were other people. There were paying customers. Yeah. We weren't paying customers.
Kids. But the kids behaved.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Yo, when Dr. Fucking Dr. Ock appeared. I'm like, yo! I love her.
Yeah,
I want her.
Dude, she was really awesome.
Dude.
Like, she was a good villain. Oh, and Kingpin was so good, too.
Oh, my God, Kingpin. I was looking at his design, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like this Kingpin, big block.
I'm like, dude, you're such a... Oh, you're a little scary to me. Fuck you. He's so... good.
Yeah, he was scary. Actually, I remember because he shows up fairly early in the movie because that was when the whole thing, like, with the collider happened. Mm-hmm. And I remember when he first showed up because he says, like, it's gonna be a hell of a frickin' light show, and I was like, this is a PG movie. I was like, what did Kingpin just say? But that was, like, the only language in the whole movie. It was kind of violent. I mean, because superhero movies are violent. That's just how it works. But that was the only time I ever had that moment of, like, there are children watching this. But he barely even said anything, so I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, he was scary. Scurry. I mean, if I saw that big old dude coming at me, I would piss my pants right there. I'd just be like, please don't smash me.
And he was in, like, the personality was scary too. I was like, no, not scary, more like, yes, boss. Like,
a boss.
You don't want to mess with him. You'd be like, oh shit, I'm gonna look down and pretend I'm on my phone right now.
But I liked that. Okay, so there was Kingpin, yes. Doc Ock, yes. And Green Goblin was in it a bit too. But, like,
he was different. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was, like, just enough that like he was there, but he wasn't like the main focus either, but it was like a familiar villain. To me, I've been waiting all this time. I'm like, why hasn't Kingpin been in a Spider-Man movie? Because like I said, I grew up watching like the 90s cartoon, and he was like the main villain.
Yeah.
So it's always been weird to me. I mean, I know Green Goblin is like a huge Spider-Man villain too, but that was nice to see someone else take like the spotlight as the villain instead of Green Goblin. But he was still there. The same with Doc Ock. I mean, now he's a she. But I love all this stuff. Like, if you have the chance to see this movie more than once, you should. And you should pay attention to stuff in the background. Because that's like one thing I do all the time when I'm watching movies. I'm looking at stuff in the background because you catch things like little references to other things. There's so many just little things, especially with like in Miles's world, because it's not our dimension. It's it's like a different one, which I thought was really cool too, because that says to me that like you have your Peter Parker, but this dimension has Miles. But it'd be like, I can't remember what it was actually called, but there was like a Coca-Cola like sign in like Peter Parker's dimension, but then in Miles's it was like Coca-Cola or something like that. It was just like a little bit different. But there are like movie references, and because they're in New York City and like you always see all these billboards, and so it was like, here's a movie that you know, but it's slightly different. Like there was a Shaun of the Dead reference that I was like,
oh yeah.
I thought that was really cool. It's just stuff like that. And then also, I loved how one of our friends, he actually leaned over and asked me during the movie, he's like, is this supposed to be in 3D? Because the background's kind of blurry. But when I read about it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And that's like, it was really interesting to me that they did it on purpose because they wanted to mimic the like problems with printing in comics, how sometimes there's double images and things like that, and like that's the whole reason why they did that. And I was like, that's fucking badass. It was like seeing a comic book on screen. And that's why I kind of like the like kind of slightly jerky like animation style too, because it feels like it's like a comic book page. But yeah. I feel like I've been talking a lot. That's unusual. Usually you're the one who's like, ah! Just like,
I'm so sorry.
I have so many feelings.
I have so many feelings. Yeah. I loved it.
It's so good. Everything about it. The characters, the music, the visuals, story. I really don't have any complaints. And even my one friend, who he always finds something to complain about.
But he was kind of right.
Even I remember I told you that he complained about Kingpin. He said that.
Oh, the backstory.
He felt like he felt that if you don't know anything about Kingpin, it was kind of like a bad way to introduce him, and I don't agree with that at all. I felt like it was really straightforward and simple. Oh, are you talking about Penny?
Yeah, that
because
too.
He was like, that was really racist.
Oh!
And I'm like, I get it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not allowed to say anything because I'm white. But I mean, she could have been portrayed better because she was just like seriously an anime girl who was like, konnichiwa. But, you know.
I still loved her.
Yeah. I still got emotional about her. But other than that, like, what do I have to complain about? Nothing.
I'm not going to complain about anything.
Go see it. Go see it right now. Stop what you're doing. Stop listening to this and just go see it.
Just fucking stop us.
Just stop us.
Just stop us.
Stop us. Okay,
really
so obviously go see it. We loved it. I always rate stuff on like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, mostly like for my own like personal use because it helps recommend movies to me, like based on what I am rating other movies. But I gave both of those movies, like on IMDb, I gave it a 10 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I never do that. Like,
damn.
I don't do that.
Even, she doesn't, guys.
Even movies that I love, like especially on Rotten Tomatoes, I'll be like, okay, I loved this movie, but it was kind of bad or it had its flaws. Like Venom, I love that movie. I own it. It's terrible, but I love it. But like on Rotten Tomatoes, I think I gave it like a 2 or 2.5 or something like that. Even though I love it, but I'm like, nah, that movie was kind of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm seriously so good. Okay, but what I was going to say was that we're coming to the end of the year, and I'm calling this out right now so that we make sure it happens soon, is that we come up with a list of the best movies that we saw this year.
Oh, shit.
And this movie is like at the top of my list, I'll tell you that.
Okay, we gotta do that.
But yeah.
We should do that.
So we're gonna do that. That'll be our next one. And maybe we'll talk about something else if we've seen another movie by then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So
yeah. I hope our list helps you guys out to watch some movies.
That's what I just want other people to enjoy go see good movies. And if you disagree, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. But like I'm sure I'm gonna say some movies that like you never heard of or that you thought looked like garbage. Yeah, I know, Benny.
But what's the best thing is that we have seen so many movies. So at least one movie we have seen is probably in your genre, because we really like movies a lot.
Yeah, we see stuff all the time.
Yeah.
There's a reason. So yeah.
All the goddamn time.
All the goddamn time. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up Spider-Man, and apparently my cat is angry that we're not giving him attention. No. Yeah.
So, and we're sorry we went all over the place because she's drunk, I'm drunk, so
it happens, you know.
It's just this movie makes me be like, I don't want to talk about this, but just go watch this. Go watch it. It's amazing. No, shut the fuck up. Go. Shut the fuck up.
Is Predator on your top 10 list?
Did we talk about Predator?
I don't remember. I think we did. That's pretty
Predator.
sad. We haven't even made very many of these, and I can't remember what we talked about. Yeah, we should probably
do this. Well, I hope our recommendation movies will be good. We're gonna work on it. So get ready. Get your list ready. Get that notepad ready.
Oh, I got it. I got it ready.
No, to them if they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah.
So, until then, keep it real.
Keep it real.
I'm throwing up a peace sign like you can see me.
Peace.
Peace and love, bros. All right.
Now go rewind.
Oh
Get
my
it?
God.
Like relax.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Oh.